We close out our exploration of organic agriculture around the world by discussing international trade in organic products. Looking at the European Union, the total imports of organic agriculture and food products was 2.87 million metric tons in 2021. In terms of volume, the main imports were cereals, cocoa beans, coffee, as well as fruit and vegetables and meat and other primary products. When we look at volume, the import of commodities have decreased by about 5.3% to 1.27 million metric tons. A lot of that is driven by a diminishing supply of oil cake from China, wheat from Ukraine, and sugar from Brazil and India. When we look at imports of other primary products, on the other hand, these have increased by 5.7%, primarily due to a growth in demand for tropical fruit, and in particular, a demand for bananas. Imports of other high-value products were smaller, but they have shown a great growth rate over the past several years. Processed products such as juices and olive oil increased by 7%, and food preparations and beverages have more than doubled. Again, looking at imports into the European Union, the 10 countries with the largest export volumes to the EU included Ecuador and the Dominican Republic, and you can see other countries here, such as Ukraine, China. We mentioned wheat from Ukraine and oil cake from Asia, but also Mexico as being regions and countries that are getting a great deal of value out of organic agriculture by the international trade in these products. When we consider what categories of products are being imported in terms of volume, the demand for tropical fruit, subtropical fruit, and vegetable and animal oils and fats is a major driver of this organic international trade. So many of these products represent high value products that represent a significant amount of economic activity. And this table includes the information for the United States to again simply demonstrate what commodity groups are being exported to the European Union and the United States as very large markets for these various and different products. And oil cakes and shred are a primary area. Rice is an extraordinarily important commodity for export. And additionally, other forms of products such as processed and prepared fruits and vegetables and coffee represent a significant amount of international trade economic activity. A critical element of international trade in organic products is that different nations have different standards and certification programs, different definitions for organic agriculture. And so if you have an organic business that's operating in more than one country, it may be necessary to maintain different organic certifications in each country where you're operating to have that certification. So organic equivalency is when two countries legally recognize each other's organic program as being equivalent. So the United States has determined that if foreign government standards, system oversight, and all of their enforcement programs either meet or exceed the requirements for United States certification. In terms of equivalency, there aren't that many countries with a current equivalency with the United States. Those current countries are Canada, Japan, Korea, Switzerland, Taiwan, and the United Kingdom. though we also include the European Union, which has, of course, a number of nations within it, where any product that is certified organic according to the standards of these countries is certified organic according to the United States standards. As with any trade agreement between countries, the process of establishing equivalency is somewhat long and convoluted, and begins with a foreign government seeking that equivalence with the United States, reaching out, contacting the United States Department of Agriculture to request a determination of that equivalency. That country will then provide all of the information about its organic system, what organization leads that organic program, a complete description of the organic standards for the country, and how it's making certain that those standards are being adhered to, which is referred to as a conformity assessment. The country will also provide a description of the crops or the products for which equivalency is being sought. And it may be that the country is seeking an equivalency for all agricultural products that are produced with that country, just livestock products or just crop products. So that can somewhat narrow the amount of comparison that needs to be done between the United States system and the foreign system. The Department of Agriculture will review that request for equivalency based on budget and resource availability. So that can take some time. And the foreign government provides a detailed side-by-side comparison between its organic system and the United States Department of Agriculture system. USDA audits that system and assesses whether that system operates in the way that the country has described. And there are a number of technical discussions that need to be established in order to resolve any differences. And essentially, this operates as a treaty agreement between the United States and that foreign country. So we've now had a very quick and rough overview of organic agriculture around the world, just taking in different continents and a few example countries around the world, as well as talked a little bit about the state of trade between countries around the world. In our next module, we will discuss the certification process for organic agriculture here in the United States with some more depth.